Every morning before the city fully woke up, Adam followed the same path with his daughter Lily. The sky was often soft gray, and the air felt calm and cool. Adam walked carefully, holding Lily's small hand as they moved toward her school. He liked mornings because they were quiet, and quiet moments helped him think clearly. Adam was a single father. Life had changed for him years ago when his wife passed away. Since then, he had learned how to be both strong and gentle at the same time. He worked as a mechanic in a small garage. The pay was low, but the work was honest. Every evening, he returned home tired but grateful that Lily was waiting for him. Lily was 7 years old. She was curious about everything and always asked questions. Adam never rushed her. He believed questions helped people grow. Even when money was tight, he made sure Lily went to school clean, fed, and smiling. He wanted her to believe the world could still be kind. On their way to school, they passed an old bus stop near a closed shop. Sitting there every morning was a woman named Mira. She wore the same light brown coat and held a small cup close to her chest. Her hair was neatly tied, and her shoes were worn but clean. She never asked anyone for anything. She just sat quietly and watched people pass. The first time Lily noticed Mira, she slowed her steps. She looked up at Adam and asked why the woman always sat alone. Adam looked at Mira and then back at Lily. He told her that sometimes people sit quietly because life has been heavy for them. That morning, Adam stopped at a small food stall. He used some of his coins to buy one extra bread roll. He walked to the bus stop and placed it beside Mira. He did not speak much. He only nodded with a gentle smile. Mira looked surprised. She thanked him softly and held the bread carefully, as if it mattered a lot. Adam walked away without waiting. Lily looked back and smiled. The next morning, Mira was there again. Adam brought a cup of warm tea from home. Another day, it was fruit. Sometimes it was just a kind greeting. Mira always thanked him and wished Lily a good day at school. Days turned into weeks. The simple exchange became part of their daily routine. Adam never asked about Myra's past. Mira never explained why she sat there every morning. They respected each other's silence. Adam noticed that Mira always arrived before sunrise and left after the buses stopped. She sat straight and calm, even when rain fell or cold wind passed through the street. She never complained. Her eyes held both sadness and strength. One morning, Lily forgot her lunchbox at home. Adam realized it when they were already near the school. He felt worried because he could not afford to buy food that day. When they reached the bus stop, Mira stood up and walked toward them. She handed Lily a wrapped sandwich. Her hands shook slightly. She said she had prepared it early and wanted Lily to have it. Adam felt surprised and emotional. He tried to refuse, but Mira gently insisted. She said kindness should move both ways. She said she had seen Adam share even when he had little. That moment stayed in Adam's heart the whole day. After that, they spoke a little more each morning. Simple talk about the weather, school lessons, and how fast Lily was growing. Mira never asked Adam for help directly. Adam never treated her as weak. Adam began to notice small details. Mira always checked her watch at the same time. She always kept her bag close. She spoke carefully, choosing her words with thought. She did not seem like someone who had lost hope. Sometimes, a black car would stop across the street for a few minutes. Adam noticed it once or twice but did not think much about it. The car never came close. It just stayed there quietly. One morning, Lily asked Mira why she always smiled even when she looked tired. Mira paused for a moment and said that smiles helped her remember who she was. Adam did not understand the meaning fully, but he felt there was more to Mira than she showed. Still, he believed it was not his place to ask. For Adam, helping Mira was never about reward. It was about teaching Lily that kindness should be normal. He wanted his daughter to grow up knowing that helping someone quietly could be powerful. As days passed, the bond between them grew without promises or expectations. None of them knew that these quiet mornings were leading toward a moment that would change everything. And none of them imagined that one day, Mira would no longer arrive alone. The mornings continued with the same calm rhythm, but Adam slowly felt that something around Mira was changing. It was not something clear or loud. It was hidden in small details that most people would never notice. Mira still arrived early at the bus stop, but some days she looked more alert than before. Her eyes moved carefully across the street. She often checked her watch, not with worry, but with focus. Adam noticed this while helping Lily adjust her school bag. Lily liked Mira. She waved at her every morning and talked freely about school, friends, and her teacher. Mira listened closely and smiled with warmth. Sometimes she asked Lily small questions, like what subject she liked or what she wanted to become when she grew up. One morning, Lily said she wanted to help people when she became older. Mira looked at Adam for a moment and nodded slowly. She said helping others was a quiet kind of strength. Adam felt something in those words. Mira spoke like someone who understood responsibility deeply. She did not speak like someone who felt lost. That same week, Adam noticed the black car again. It parked farther down the road, near a row of trees. This time, it stayed longer. Two men sat inside. They did not look around much. They just watched the bus stop. Adam felt uneasy but reminded himself not to judge. Cities were full of strange things. Still, he kept Lily closer to him that morning. Later that day at work, Adam could not stop thinking about Mira. He wondered where she went after the buses stopped running. He wondered how she always managed to look clean and calm despite her situation. The next morning, rain fell heavily. Adam thought Mira might not come. But when they reached the bus stop, she was already there, holding an umbrella that looked new. The umbrella surprised Adam. It did not match her worn coat. Mira noticed his glance and smiled. She said someone had left it behind once, and she kept it safe. Adam nodded, but a quiet question formed in his mind. As the rain slowed, a bus stopped nearby. Two people stepped off, both dressed neatly. They looked around briefly, then walked away. Mira watched them closely until they disappeared. Lily asked if Mira was waiting for someone. Mira answered that she was waiting for the right time. Adam did not ask what that meant. Days later, Adam arrived a little late one morning. Lily had overslept. When they reached the bus stop, Mira was standing instead of sitting. She looked serious, almost nervous. She asked Adam if they could talk for a moment. Adam felt surprised but agreed. Lily stepped a little aside and played with a small stone on the ground. Mira spoke slowly. She thanked Adam for everything he had done. She said his kindness had helped her more than he could imagine. Adam replied that he had done nothing special. Mira shook her head. She said that kindness without questions was rare. She said Adam had given her space, not pity. Before Adam could respond, the black car appeared again. This time, it stopped much closer. Adam felt his chest tighten. The door did not open, but the engine stayed on. Mira noticed Adam's concern. She placed her hand lightly over her bag and told him not to worry. She said everything was fine. Adam wanted to ask many questions, but Lily returned to his side, holding his hand. Adam chose silence. That afternoon, Lily came home excited. She told Adam that her teacher had praised her for helping another student. Adam smiled and hugged her. He felt proud and grateful. That night, Adam dreamed about roads and waiting rooms. He dreamed about doors opening slowly. When he woke up, he felt restless. The next morning, Mira did not arrive early. Adam waited with Lily at the bus stop longer than usual. He felt a strange emptiness. He realized how much her presence had become part of their routine. Just when Adam thought she might not come, Mira appeared from the corner of the street. She was dressed differently. Her coat was gone. She wore simple but clean clothes. Her hair was styled neatly. Adam barely recognized her at first. Mira smiled and greeted Lily warmly. Lily said Mira looked nice. Mira thanked her. Before Adam could say anything, a man stepped out of the black car. He stood a short distance away, watching quietly. Another man followed him. They did not approach, but their presence felt strong. Adam felt nervous. He placed Lily slightly behind him. Mira noticed and gently asked Adam to trust her. She said that sometimes people had to walk through difficult paths quietly before they could stand openly again. Adam nodded, though his heart was beating fast. Mira told Adam that she would explain everything soon. She said today was important. She said she hoped Adam would still see her the same way after he learned the truth. Adam looked at her and said that kindness did not change with stories. Mira smiled, and for the first time, her smile carried relief. The bus arrived. Lily boarded it and waved. Adam waved back and then turned toward Mira. He did not know that this was the last calm morning before everything around them would shift. And he did not know that the quiet woman at the bus stop was about to step into a world she had once hidden from. After Lily's bus pulled away, Adam stayed near the bus stop with Mira. The street felt quieter than usual, even though people were still walking to work. Adam could hear the soft sound of tires on wet roads and the far noise of shops opening. Mira stood with her bag held close. Her face looked calm, but Adam could tell she was carrying something heavy inside. The black car remained parked nearby. The two men who had stepped out earlier stayed at a respectful distance. They did not speak. They did not stare. They simply watched the area like they had a job to do. Adam cleared his throat and asked Mira if she was safe. Mira nodded and said she was safe. She said today was not about danger. It was about change. Adam did not fully understand, but he listened. Mira asked Adam if he could sit with her for a few minutes. Adam sat on the bench. Mira stayed standing at first, then slowly sat beside him. For a moment, she looked at the empty road, like she was gathering courage. Mira said she had not been poor in the way people assumed. She explained that she had money once, and a home, and plans. But she had lost control of her life after a long chain of problems and confusion. Some mistakes were hers. Some were not. She said it was hard to explain without sounding like a story that people would not believe. Adam looked at her and said he believed people had complicated lives. He said he did not need every detail to respect her. Myra's eyes softened. She said Adam had helped her without trying to own her story. That mattered. Then Mira pointed gently toward the black car. Adam turned and saw a third person step out. This person was different. He wore a neat suit and carried a slim folder. He walked toward them with slow, careful steps. Behind him, 3 more men stepped out, all tall and serious. They stood in a line near the car. Their posture was straight, and they scanned the area like they were trained to stay alert. Adam felt his shoulders tense. The suited man stopped a few steps away and gave a polite nod. He looked at Mira with respect, like someone greeting a person of high value. Then he looked at Adam. His voice was calm. He introduced himself as Omar. He said he was a lawyer. Adam's mind went blank for a moment. He looked from Omar to Mira. Mira gave a small nod, telling Adam this was real. Omar said he had been trying to find Mira for a long time. He said there were legal matters that required her presence. He said a case had been waiting. He said papers had been held. He said decisions could not move forward without her. Adam asked why Mira was sitting at a bus. Adam stood near the bus stop with his hands tight by his sides. The lawyer named Omar waited patiently. The men behind him stayed still and quiet. People walked past, unaware that something important was happening. Mira took a deep breath and began to speak. She said she had not planned to hide for so long. She said life had pushed her into corners until hiding felt safer than explaining. She told Adam that years ago she had owned a small company with her husband. They had built it slowly with care and trust. After her husband passed away, the company became a burden filled with pressure and false advice. Mira explained that people she trusted tried to control her decisions. Papers were placed in front of her when she was tired and confused. She signed things she should have questioned. Later she learned that those papers had trapped her. Her access to money was blocked while legal arguments grew louder around her. She felt watched and judged. She felt small. Adam listened without interrupting. He remembered his own days of confusion after loss. He understood how easy it was to feel lost when life changed suddenly. Mira said she chose to step away from everything. She left her home and kept moving until she reached this city. She did not want pity. She wanted time to think clearly. Sitting at the bus stop gave her a place to breathe. It gave her routine. It gave her peace. Omar spoke again. He said the legal case had turned in Myra's favor. He said records had been corrected. He said the court needed Mira to appear so final steps could be taken. He said everything was ready now. Adam asked why the men stayed nearby all this time. Omar answered honestly. He said there were people who did not want Mira to return. He said safety mattered. Mira added that she never felt afraid near Adam and Lily. She said their kindness reminded her who she was before fear took over. She said that was why she stayed nearby even when she knew the case was close to ending. Adam felt a mix of shock and calm. He did not feel angry. He did not feel proud. He felt steady. He told Mira that stories did not change the way he saw people. Actions did. Mira smiled softly. She said that was why she wanted Adam to hear the truth from her first. The men behind Omar shifted slightly. One of them checked his watch. Omar said they needed to leave soon. Mira nodded but did not stand right away. She looked at the bench and then at the street. She asked Adam if she could see Lily again before leaving. Adam said Lily would return in the afternoon. Mira smiled and said she would wait nearby. They agreed to meet later at the same place. The car doors opened. Omar stepped aside, allowing Mira to walk toward the car. She paused and turned back to Adam. She thanked him again. She said kindness without questions had helped her heal. Adam nodded and wished her peace. The car drove away smoothly. The street returned to normal. Adam stood alone for a moment, letting the truth settle in his heart. Then he went to work. The day passed slowly. Adam fixed engines and cleaned tools, but his thoughts kept returning to the bus stop. He wondered how many people carried hidden stories. He wondered how often kindness reached places that words could not. When afternoon came, Adam returned to the bus stop with Lily. Lily talked excitedly about her day. She asked if Mira would be there. Adam said yes. Mira arrived shortly after. She looked relaxed, like a weight had been lifted. Lily ran to her and hugged her. Mira laughed softly and hugged her back. They sat together on the bench. Mira listened as Lily spoke about school and dreams. Adam watched them and felt warmth spread through his chest. Mira told Lily that she would be traveling soon. Lily asked if Mira would forget them. Mira said some people stayed in the heart even when distance grew. Mira reached into her bag and pulled out a small notebook. She handed it to Lily. She said it was for writing dreams and ideas. Lily thanked her with shining eyes. Mira then turned to Adam. She told him that she would always remember the mornings at the bus stop. She said those mornings gave her strength when she needed it most. Adam replied that he was glad he could help. He said he hoped Mira would find peace wherever she went. The black car returned, stopping at a distance. Omar stepped out and nodded. Mira stood and adjusted her bag. She hugged Lily once more and looked at Adam. She said that kindness often returned in ways people never expected. Then she walked toward the car. Adam and Lily watched as the car disappeared down the road. The bench felt empty, but not sad. It felt complete. Adam held Lily's hand and started walking home. He knew life would continue with its challenges. But he also knew that simple kindness had power. Neither of them realized that Myra's story was not ending. It was only turning a new page. The next morning felt different for Adam. The air was the same and the street looked normal, but the bus stop felt empty without Mira. Adam and Lily walked past it as usual. Lily looked at the bench and stayed quiet for a moment. She held the notebook Mira had given her and pressed it against her chest. Adam asked Lily what she was thinking. Lily said she hoped Mira was safe. Adam told her that Mira was strong and she had people helping her now. Lily nodded, but her eyes still looked sad. At the garage, Adam tried to focus on work. He fixed a broken engine and changed old parts, but his mind kept drifting. He remembered the early mornings and Myra's quiet smile. He remembered how she listened to Lily like Lily's words mattered. Adam did not realize how much that simple presence had become part of his life. 2 days passed. Then 3. Mira did not return. On the 4th day, Adam took Lily to school and walked back alone. The sky was bright and the street felt busy. When he passed the old bus stop, he noticed something small on the bench. It was a clean envelope. Adam stopped and looked around. No one stood nearby. He picked up the envelope carefully. His name was written on it in simple handwriting. Adam's hands felt cold as he opened it. Inside was a short letter. Mira wrote that she had left the city. She wrote that the legal case had finally ended and she was returning to rebuild her life. She wrote that she would never forget the mornings and the kindness that helped her stand again. She wrote that Adam had shown her respect when she felt invisible, and that Lily's laughter had reminded her that life could still be light. At the bottom of the letter, there was a phone number and a message that said Adam could call any time if he ever needed help. Adam read the letter twice. He placed it back in the envelope and held it gently. He did not know what to feel. He felt happy that Mira was safe. He felt a quiet ache because routines were changing again. That evening, Lily asked if Mira had written anything. Adam showed her the letter. Lily smiled and said she wanted to write Mira back. Adam told her they could do that. Lily opened her notebook and began writing. She wrote about school and about how she missed the morning talks. She wrote about her dream of helping people. Adam watched her and felt proud. He realized that kindness was becoming part of Lily's nature, not just something she saw once. A week later, something unexpected happened. Adam returned home from work and found a man standing near the building entrance. The man wore a neat shirt and held a folder. He looked polite, not threatening. He asked if Adam was Adam. Adam nodded carefully. The man introduced himself as Omar, the lawyer from the bus stop. He said he was there on Myra's request. Adam felt surprised and invited him to sit on the steps outside. Omar explained that Mira had made a decision. She wanted to support Adam and Lily in a way that would not feel like charity. Omar said Mira respected Adam too much to offer help that could hurt his pride. So she chose a different path. Omar opened the folder and showed documents. He said Mira had created an education support plan for Lily. It would cover school fees, books, and future studies if Lily wanted them. Omar explained that it was set up in a careful legal way. Adam would remain Lily's guardian with full control of decisions. The support would only be used for Lily's growth. Adam's throat tightened. He felt shocked. He immediately tried to refuse. He said he could not accept such a big gift. Omar listened calmly. He said Mira expected that response. He said Mira did not want Adam to feel small. She only wanted to return the kindness that saved her in quiet ways. Omar said Mira believed Adam was not just helping her with food. He was helping her remember that she was still a person worth respect. Adam stayed silent. He looked down at his hands. His hands were rough from years of work. He thought about Lily's future and the doors that could open for her. He thought about how hard he worked just to keep things steady. He wanted Lily to have a life with fewer limits. When Adam spoke again, his voice was calm but emotional. He said he would accept only if it came with one condition. Omar asked what condition. Adam said he wanted to earn his own life. He did not want to become dependent. He wanted the support to be only for Lily's education, nothing more. Omar nodded and said that was exactly what Mira wanted. That night, Adam told Lily about the education plan. Lily listened with wide eyes. She asked if Mira was like a hero. Adam smiled and said Mira was a person who had been hurt and then chose to be kind again. Lily hugged her notebook and said she would study hard. She said she would become the kind of person who helped others. Adam felt warmth in his chest. He realized Myra's kindness was not just money. It was trust. It was respect. It was hope. Months passed. Lily grew more confident in school. Adam still worked at the garage, but he felt lighter knowing Lily's future was more secure. He also noticed a change in himself. He began helping others more openly. He fixed small things for neighbors without charging them. He taught Lily to share, not because people were watching, but because it was the right way to live. One afternoon, Adam received a message from an unknown number. It was Mira. She wrote that she was doing better. She wrote that she had started working again and rebuilding step by step. She wrote that sometimes she still remembered the bench and the mornings. She asked Adam how Lily was doing. Adam replied with a simple message. He said Lily was doing well and still wrote in the notebook. He thanked Mira for caring. He told her she would always have a place in their hearts. Mira replied that she was grateful. She said Adam had taught her something powerful. She said the world could be hard, but one person could still make it softer. After that, the messages came now and then. Not every day. Not every week. Just enough to remind them that kindness was real and it continued even when distance grew. One morning, a year later, Adam and Lily walked past the old bus stop. The bench was empty, but Lily smiled anyway. She opened her notebook and showed Adam a new page. She had written a sentence in big neat letters. She wrote that kindness returns, sometimes in ways you cannot predict. Adam read it and nodded. He placed his hand on Lily's shoulder as they walked forward together. The morning sun rose higher, and the road ahead looked bright. The story ended where it began, on a simple street, with a simple routine, and a quiet truth that stayed strong. Kindness was never wasted. The end.